Hi guys, hello and welcome to Sports Stars match review of the Super 12 clash between India and New Zealand in Dubai on Sunday. New Zealand beat India by 8 wickets to deliver a telling blow to India's chances of making it to the next stage. I am Ayan. I am joined by my colleague Amol in Dubai. Hi Amol.
Hi, Ayan. Are you happy that you are being the Panoti on your first overseas?
Happy or not, I don't know, but I'm sure Virat Kohli isn't too happy given that this is his last assignment as T20I captain. So your initial thoughts on India's performance, pretty flat, you'd say.
Yeah, not much to discuss, sadly. As in, what can you discuss?
Yeah.
All I can think of, for starters, is everyone in Indian cricket fraternity, especially the fans, were hoping for a repeat of the 2007 edition. They
Correct.
were hoping for a repeat of 2007 World T20. The
Hmm.
Indian team seems to be in a mood to repeat the 2007 ODI World Cup exploits. That's where things are as of now.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did you make of the team selection? I know we discussed this in the preview as well. You foresaw Ishan Kishan and Shardul Thakur's inclusion. I felt the intent was right, but the execution was terribly off.
I feel it was, as in the manner in which India's innings progressed, or for that matter, stalled from the
Correct.
first till the last over,
Hmm.
kind of gave an indication that they were way too confused about how to go. As in,
Absolutely, yeah.
see, you never gave license to any batter to
Hmm.
actually go for it from the word go. Even
Correct.
Ishan had to play himself in.
Hmm.
And then by the time you actually, every time you tried to break shackles, all you could manage was fielders in the deep. Even
Hmm.
Rohit tried his best to get out of the first ball.
Hmm.
Somehow Adam Milner
Yeah.
gave him a reprieve.
Yeah.
So, see, as in, if you want to actually, on one hand, the captain says that the batters needed to be more brave. A
Correct.
few minutes down the line, the senior most pacer comes over, or for that matter, pace spearhead Jasprit Bumrah comes over to address us and says that we try to be more cautious as such.
Hmm.
I think these two contradictory statements, in a way, sum up India's approach with the bat. They
Correct.
were just confused. No doubt, New Zealand were way too accurate and disciplined. Okay,
Hmm.
but that is what is expected in a global event. If you
Correct.
can't counter that, you should not be hoping to progress to the knockout. Simple as
Correct.
that.
Correct. Absolutely. And what I found even confounding, just to add to your point, Shardul Thakur's inclusion ostensibly was as an all-rounder to sort of lengthen the batting. And at no point did it look like, as you said, that they were willing to at least let one or two batters, assuming Ishan Kishan was going to be the player who was going to take the bowling on. And it didn't look like that at all. Of course, there were players playing out of position on Sunday, but I mean that's besides the point really, because at no point did it look like they were willing to force the pace, and they find themselves in a precarious position now because their next opponent is Afghanistan, which is riding high on confidence. They're number two. Their net run rate, of course, is upwards of 3, which holds them in a very strong position. So all they need to do is get the better of India, and it'll be historic for them, won't it? Wouldn't it?
Yeah. So as of now, Ayan, like you said, all that Afghanistan need to do is to beat India or New Zealand by
Correct.
1 run or by 1 wicket of the
Yeah.
last ball of the match, and
Yeah.
they'll be all but through.
Yeah.
Okay. For India, the chances are only mathematical for the time being.
Mm.
First and foremost, they need to start winning.
Mm.
Then we'll get to the equations bit, right?
Correct. Correct. Correct.
They have not yet opened their account in 2 games. So lesser said about India's chances of progressing to the semis, the better it is for now.
Yeah.
Should they beat Afghanistan on Wednesday at a
Mm.
new venue,
Yeah.
then possibly we can get into the equation mode. At least the statisticians can start throwing
Correct.
some equations around. Otherwise, till then there is no point in discussing India's progression to semis. I thought the team selection was on the expected lines.
Yeah.
uh, I don't think they can do anything different than this combination,
Mm.
especially given that Surya Kumar Yadav at least was available for this game. I don't know what happens on Wednesday. So what's your call? What should India do to actually win a game?
I honestly don't know. At this point, I was firstly until BCCI made it clear that there was a back spasm issue. Well, that's the official line, at least, that he had a back spasm and stayed back and hence didn't play. I was quite confounded to not see him in the 11 because, Surya Kumar Yadav has to play given on current form. Considering you are carrying him with you, and of course he didn't have a good IPL, but well, who did in this team? There are barely any players who did have a good IPL. So I see him coming back if he's fit. He comes in place of who at this point, maybe Ishan Kishan. But then again, it's a tightrope to walk on, because when nothing's going your way, you're just throwing things at the wall and hoping that something will stick at this point. And before we wrap up, I just wanted to know what do you make of India's situation? Is there more to it than meets the eye? Is it just the combination? Is it the fact that they've been jumping bubbles? Of course, right after this tournament ends, within 3 days rather, they will play New Zealand in a T20 series, and well, then cricket goes on and on and on. There's an auction that's coming up. So much to look forward to. So, if you were to put a finger on it, what would it be?
I think all these explanations / excuses / objective reasons about India's lackluster performance, I think we should wait until November 9 to discuss it. We can actually chalk it out in detail come November 9. Till then, we should just, as they say, we should take it match by match. So I think we should just hope that they get their act together come Wednesday. I hope you can enjoy a double header in Abu Dhabi before that. And after that double header, we can possibly discuss more in detail about India versus Afghanistan.
Right? Of course. We'll have a better understanding. Just a quick overview of those two games. On the second, Pakistan more or less through. They beat Namibia. They will not only top Group 2, but they will also go through to the semi-finals. And at this point, Pakistan, England, both unbeaten, look the favorites. India, of course, time is running out on their campaign. They need to get their act together. Well, that'd be all from our review. We'll obviously keep a close tab. Amol is obviously trailing the Indian team, and we'll get you all the updates from the Indian camp as and when he gets them. I'll be off to Abu Dhabi to follow the double headers, and then of course join him for the India game on Wednesday, which is going to be very, very crucial, because if India loses that, then there's nothing really left to say at this point. So until next time, this is Ayan and Amol signing off. Thank you so much for joining us.